Ladies and gentlemen, you are most welcome again to TebiTalks.com. Again, this is Mpaswe Francis with you. So today we are going to answer a question, and this question is going to say, should we limit our children's screen time or not? Like, should we limit the time our children spend on the screen, watching, surfing, you know? When I talk about screen, I don't mean only the TV, but even the screens on the laptops, tablets, and mobile phones. So the question on whether to limit children's screen time uh, is a topic which has to be debated or which has been debated over time, and it should be approached carefully in consideration with many factors. First and foremost, let's talk about balance and moderation. It's so much generally advisable to encourage balanced approach to screen time. This means ensuring that children have a variety of activities in their lives, including physical exercise, social interaction, creative play, outdoor experience. Setting limits on screen time can help ensure that children engage in a well-rounded range of activities. So, of course, what we are trying to mean here is that you need to be moderate and balanced. You need to balance like the time they spend on the screen and the time they spend doing other things. The time they spend when they're interacting with their fellow children physically. The time they spend when they are coming up with making physical exercise. When they are, doing outdoor experiences. So this is so much important in child development. It is so much important in growth because as they interact with their fellows physically, there are many things they learn from each other which they cannot learn while they are on screen. Let's talk about developmental impact. Excessive screen time, especially for young children, can potentially interfere with the health development. This could be like impacting the language development, attention span, social skills, physical health, and this now, like when you are trying to, when you want your child to run a certain thing, please remember when these kids have they are left to attend to these screens for a long time, or they are not monitored, or they are not regulated while they are using the screen, they will not pay attention to other things. They will not pay attention to any other things. And for example, you want to teach your child a certain language, maybe a local language. Do you think if the child is left to use the laptop or any tablet without setting the limit, that child will remember that I have to learn a certain language? Do you think the child will know that, hey, I have to do this activity? No. So it will impact the development of other things, of other patterns in life, and this will impact, like it will in the long run affect their social life, their social skills, and their social span, how they deal with the environment when they grow up. So it is very important that you limit, you balance and modulate how these children use the screens or how they use these devices. Let's talk about content and quality. Of course, the quality of the content children engage with on the screen matters a lot. This is so much important. Educational, age-appropriate, and interactive content can be can provide valuable learning experiences. So, first and foremost, what you need to know, understand what's the age of your child. How old is your child? What is the class? What is the class level of your child? So after knowing that, get to know what kind of content is your child trying to search or watching on the internet. So after understanding that, you have to make sure that as a parent, as a guardian, you monitor the kind of the level and the quality and the content your child is accessing on the internet, vis-a-vis the age and the class grade your child is. If your child is still very young, you don't allow the child to go and have access to content of older people. High school, where the child is still in kindergarten. University, where the child is still in lower school. You have to make sure that you guide your child so that the child can get access to quality information, and the information which is in line with that person. So this will help to make sure that the brain can perceive and perceive the information and digest it appropriately, process it, and it makes the child become more wise. Because, for example, if a child is learning maybe algebra, and maybe the child did not understand well, by the time the child comes back home, goes on the internet, and then go direct and find about more information about algebra, that one, it will increase on the knowledge. But if the child did not understand algebra, then the child comes and is trying to search things which are far away from algebra, then it is going to damage even the little which he or she have gotten. So it's so much important to know the kind of content and the quality. Quality matters. Quality matters. There are a lot of things on the internet nowadays. Everyone comes and pours information, pours data on the internet. So it's up to you to know how to filter and get the right information, the right data. I told you, of course, there are very many platforms which are so much important. They provide quality information because they have been tested by the Ministry of Government in the countries they operate, and the teachers who are working there are professionals. They are teachers who have got experience for over the years. They have taught many students, and these students have passed, and they have tested the skills in their field of work. So examples like Khan Academy is a good platform. Examples like Coursera, Udemy, Code Academy, those are good platforms. Skillshare, Brainly, those are good platforms. Like Brainly, it is a question and answer platform where you can ask any question and get the answers. Code Academy is a platform where you can get programming language skills. Skillshare is also a platform where you can get any course related to business and other design and entertainment. So Tebi Talks is a good platform where you can get lessons on education, senior 6, all subject, and also business. So when you get access to these platforms, utilize them. Utilize them because they are the best, because they have been developed, the contents have been developed by best teachers. And when, as a parent, now it is your role to guide your child. It's your role to guide your child to have access to this quality information. Let's talk about sleep and well-being. Excessive screen time, particularly close to bedtime, can disrupt sleep patterns and affect overall well-being. It's very important for any human being to sleep, and when it comes to a child, it is more important. This is because the brain of children are still growing, they are still developing, and having enough sleep is so much important, as it will help the brain grow well, and it will also give a ample time for the child to learn the following day. So make sure that you guide your children when it is time to go to bed. Don't allow them to use these screens. Give them time, and give them time to rest. Let them go and rest their brain. This will help them, like it will help them develop habits which they will grow up with, and when they grow up, now they can start making their personal decision, not based on the content they get on from internet. So otherwise, that's something so much important. Then we talk about digital literacy and skill development. Of course, skills and screens and technology are increasingly trying to perceive in today's world a way of providing digital skills and trying to shape the future. So limiting screen time entirely may not provide the opportunity for children to develop necessary the skills, or including that. And so it is, of course, what they are trying here, what we are trying to mean here is that when you limit the screen time for the child, it will limit the child ability to learn how to use this machine, digital literacy, and getting more skills. Yet it is so much important in the digital world. So what we have to do is to balance the time spent on the screen, so that the kids also get access to these digital skills, and also have more skills and knowledge. Then parental involvement and the role of each and every stakeholder